They say that...
From New York, now officially closed for the holidays. Now, winner of the 1989 Newbery Award for Excellence in Children's Programming, Dave.
Thank you. You're too kind. You folks, you're here on a good night. I don't know whether you had to wait for tickets or whether you bought tickets or how you got in, but by whatever means you're here, you couldn't, if you had planned it, have been here on a better night. Because... I'm going to share with you now one of my famous household hints. Periodically, you're cleaning out your refrigerator and you come to the little meat bin there in your refrigerator, and maybe you've got some bacon that is, well, perhaps you forgot about it. And it's gone bad. Now, I'm guessing if you're like me, perhaps your first instinct would be to throw it out. No, no, no. They make lovely bookmarks. Just... you know, Soviet officials now have rejected West German Chancellor Helmut Kohl's proposal now for reunification with West Germany. Now, here were the three essential provisions of the reunification plan. One, economic cooperation. Two, scientific cooperation. And three, an annual Nazi old-timers game. So they said no, they wouldn't. Paul, did you know this? John Palmer, an old friend of ours from NBC News. John Palmer used to host the early morning news show. It came on the air at what time? It was called NBC News at sunrise. It came on like at 2 in the morning or something. Right after the Bob Costas thing, they would go right into their NBC News at sunrise. John Palmer, and then he was also the newsman on the Today Show. Well, he's leaving. He's leaving the show, but he's being replaced by Deborah Norville's husband.
Oh, that's just...
Thank you very much. I thought this was kind of interesting and kind of peculiar. Yesterday, former Beatle George Harrison said that he would not participate in a Beatles reunion with Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr. And believe me, I understand now that nobody was more disappointed by that news than Yoko Ono. She said she was really looking forward to breaking up the group again. Hey, is this a show? Huh? That was actually kind of a rhetorical question. That's right. As that unmistakable music tells us, it's time once again to hotwire the ignition of your imagination and take a reckless joyride on the highway of literature as we welcome the NBC Bookmobile. Here it is now. Hello, library lady. Yes, nice to see you. How are you? So, library lady, what have you and Gus been up to with the Bookmobile?
Well, David, the Bookmobile has just returned from a visit to the Berlin Wall.
Oh, my, that must have been exciting, sharing with our East German friends the intoxicating freedom of reading the books of their choice.
Indeed, it was.
Yeah. And things go well for lovable but gruff Gus?
Oh, yes. Gus spent the day selling the communists cheaply made blue jeans. He made quite a killing.
Well, that's good. So it was a successful trip for all of us. Let's get right to the new books, shall we? I start right here on the shelf?
Absolutely.
Thank you very much. Our first book. Here is the latest helpful offering about the art of conversation. It's entitled, What Do You Say After She Says This Phone Call Will Cost You $1.50 a minute? I think I'll hang on to this one, library lady, if you don't mind.
Good idea.
All right, let's see. Oh, here's another book from the Reagans. It's a travel guide. It's Ronald Reagan's Japan on $225,000 a day. Recently over there, you know, and received several $1 million. Oh, you know, if health-conscious guides like Eat to Win fail to fit your lifestyle, you might try this new approach right here. It's entitled Eat to Finish Dead Last. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh, this is a good one. Over the last 12 years, actor Ken Kercheval has become a millionaire, playing the supporting role of Cliff Barnes on the TV show Dallas, and his story is now being told in this volume. Boy, oh boy, did I ever luck out. It's a cheap shot out of the blue for Ken Kercheval. Is this? Oh, this one. All right. Thank you very much. You know, few publishing events have been more eagerly anticipated than Robert Caro's massive and scholarly 3-volume biography of Ryan O'Neal. Here now is volume number 1. This takes us from 1960 to 1970, Making Love Story. Boy, it is a massive piece of work. Volume number 2, 1970 to 1980, Dating Farrah. And finally, the 3rd volume, 1980 to the present, still Dating Farrah. There's a piece of work that is. You know, the popularity of the TV series Beauty and the Beast has encouraged its star to release this one-of-a-kind cookbook right here. It's The Beast's Guide to Sewer Cooking. There you go. You know, books on tape are a convenient way to enjoy popular works of literature. That's why this next item is sure to be a bestseller. It's right here. It's the 37 cassette collection of the Manhattan Phone Book, all on audio tape. Read by James Earl Jones. Hal, can we listen to a little of this, please? Okay, thank you very much.
McCluskey, Andrew, 555-2262. McCluskey, Andrew T, 555-1525. McCluskey, Andrew T, Jr.
Okay, I think you get the idea there. All right, thank you very much. Oh. And finally, in light of the recent developments in Eastern Europe, an updated version of Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels' Communist Manifesto. It has been published now, though, under a brand new title. Here it is. It's called, You Idiots, We Were Only Kidding! Thank you very much, library lady. Always a pleasure to see you. That's a nice job. Happy holiday. Thank you for being here. That's it. Thank you very much. Welcome back to the show. Super Dave Osborne, Jimmy.
Good game. It looks great. I love to watch tennis.
Yeah, yeah. Jimmy Connors, perhaps one of the greatest ever, is here.
He's great.
Yeah, yeah.
He is one of the greatest.
Why, thanks, honey. Is it a Christmas card? That's darn sweet of you. On January 24th of 1990, boy, we're at the end of a decade here.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, so January 24th, 1990 rather, we will be videotaping our 8th anniversary special, or as we say in Indiana, spatial. We'll be doing this at the Universal Amphitheater in Universal City, California. You ever been out there, Paul?
Yeah, once in a while.
Yeah, it's a massive, huge theme park and movie studio complex.
So we're doing our anniversary special from that complex.
That's right. For now, tickets, if you would like to attend this event, simply write to Late Night with David Letterman. That's me. It's our 8th anniversary special, Post Office Box 4681. I'm going to repeat that now for you. Post Office Box 4681. And now the final 4 digits one more time. 4681. Bless you, sir. New York, New York, 10185. That would be the zip code. Again, 10185. Yeah. So if you would like tickets, you simply write this address and we'll send you the tickets.
Yeah, nice trip to go out to California.
Oh, that's right. We're paying your airfare and your hotel.
Really?
How many people do we need, Morty?
12,000. Wow.
And how many do we have here tonight? 200. So we just need a few more. Anyway, January 24th, if you want to show up out there, we would love to have you. It should be a night of magic and fun. Our first guest is in the third year of his own hit television program on the Showtime cable network. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to this show the greatest daredevil superstar entertainer of our time, Super Dave Osborne. Dave. Hi, Dave, how are you? Nice to see you. Thank you for coming. Nice to see you. Thank you very much.
There's a Super Dave sweatshirt for you.
That's great.
Are you a 15 and a half, 34?
Yeah, that's it exactly, as a matter of fact.
There's your size.
That's very nice of you. I really appreciate it because a lot of times people will bring stuff out, but this actually will fit. Thank you very much.
Well, I'll tell you something. I receive a lot of gifts.
Yeah.
And when I receive clothing that isn't my size, to me, I'm saying the guy didn't mean to bring it.
It's
an
a little of,
afterthought.
yeah, kind of
it's
an
a lack
insult.
of respect.
Right,
is what
exactly.
It is.
Well, this will be just perfect. Thank you very much. Thank you.
This is great. Exactly my size. Thank you. Really, very thoughtful of you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. That's so thoughtful of you to get the perfect size.
Did you have a good Thanksgiving?
Great.
You know, I was watching your show, and it occurs to me, have you ever done this? Have you ever thought about having celebrities do any of those stunts? I know they're very dangerous.
Well, I know what I'm doing. And,
Sorry.
and if I were to involve a celebrity without a lot of practice and years of experience that I have, there could be a serious accident. We could be involved in a lawsuit.
Sure.
I tried something with a superstar on one of my shows, and it was almost a total disaster.
Oh, that's too bad.
So that was a good lesson.
Yeah.
Fortunately, we didn't air it, so...
Oh, but it was actually taped?
Listen, I talked to your producer, Billy, tonight,
Bob. Bob.
and he said there would be no tape. That's the deal we made.
Yeah, we had
now,
some
my
tape,
staff, I know it said they sent it over, but I don't think I'm here to push a book. So if we can just get onto that, I would love it.
Let's take a look. Hal, if you have the tape loaded up, let's go ahead and roll that. This would be the... You don't mind. I mean, it'll be a lot of fun. We'll just see. And if it's a problem later, we'll take it out of the show.
All right, just know that this involved...
It was a mistake.
It was a mistake involving a superstar, and we shouldn't be showing it.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, this will be fun. Kind of an inside glimpse, behind-the-scenes show business. Here we go. Thanks, Hal. It's Hal Gurney right there.
Wow! What an incredible human being! Whoa! Look out! Wow. What's he gonna do now? Oh, fine! Look at that! A complete 180-degree spin! What can he possibly do to top this? Ah! He just topped it! Super Dave! Super Dave, are you all right? Oh, I'm sorry. How are you? Oh, boy. Dave, let me be the first to congratulate you. That was the most brilliant opening I have ever seen in the history of television. Guys, let's roll those opening billboards right now, okay?
Are we off?
Yeah. Guys, are we off? Yeah, we're off, yeah.
Oh, I think I heard my collarbone snap. I can't believe how much pain I'm in.
Well, let me give you a little help here.
God. Oh.
Super, I had a couple of questions I wanted to ask.
What do you want?
Well, I just can't believe what you just did. I mean, you could have killed yourself before the show even started. What an incredible stunt.
Fat face, that wasn't the stunt.
It's my fault we are late, but my car is in the shop and this is alone and I'm not used to driving a stick shift.
Wow. Man alive. Who was that?
That was Ray Charles.
Yeah, I know.
No, it was a major mistake.
I know, but it was fun to look at, wasn't it?
Yeah.
All right.
I drove 42 miles, 28 of them in a circle.
Do you have any other tape we can look at?
We're not showing any
Okay,
more
let's do a
tape. Let me just
commercial.
push the
All right,
button.
we'll get to the book, and then...
No, I don't know him personally, but
ever
he's
played tennis with
sensational.
him?
No, I haven't. Haven't had the opportunity, but I'd love to.
Do you play tennis?
Yes, I do.
What about golf?
Yeah, I play golf too.
Softball?
Can we just push the book?
Basketball?
Yeah, I play basketball.
Touch football?
I touch football, I box, I wrestle, ice hockey.
Are you a bowler? Yeah, the book, Letters of Hope, Super Dave Osborne. This was, I guess, the original, and this did very well, didn't it?
Well, I can thank you very much. The support that Showtime and you have given me. This sold out. It's now in paperback.
Yeah.
And
that's great. And I think you read a couple excerpts on the show.
Well, I read a beautiful story on the show, and this one dealt with letters that people have sent me throughout the years, showing how if your love relationship has a problem, you can overcome anything.
Nothing is
beautiful...
insurmountable.
Absolutely.
No. And this would be, I guess, the sequel. And when you're looking in your bookstore, look for volume two there.
That's right.
You know, both of these photos, I can't help but notice that you're really a very good-looking man, Dave. So do you have... What about camping? Do you ever go camping? Do you have anything?
Yes, I would love to read a story.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sure. There you go.
This is a book. I get millions of letters, and what we did is we're grouping them into books now, and this one has to do with father-daughter, father-son, mother-son, mother-daughter relationships.
Yeah. No more important than it is now.
Absolutely.
Never more important.
There's one letter in here that is absolutely beautiful, and beautiful for the holidays. It shows how a father begins to understand his daughter at a later age in life. It's absolutely beautiful. And it was sent to me by a Madeline Mandel. And the father's name is Joe. I won't do the last name. It seems that one evening, Joe went into his daughter Janet's bedroom, and there was a vibrator on the bed. And Janet came into the bedroom, and the father said, "What's going on here? What is happening?" And she said, "Listen, Daddy, I'm 45 years old.
That's ugly. That's really ugly.
I'm 45 years old.
Just pathetic.
I still live at home. I hate my job. I don't have a man. I have to have a life." So the father shrugs his shoulders and walks out of the bedroom. The next night, Janet comes home from work, and the father is sitting at the bar, and he's got a martini in one hand and the vibrator in the other. And she says, "Daddy, what are you doing?" And he says, "What does it look like I'm doing? I'm having a drink with my son-in-law."
Letters of Hope. You know, that's just about the ugliest thing I've ever heard. Volume 2, so look for the little Roman numeral 2 there when you're in your bookstore. Now we have some more tape of you in action.
I don't want to show any more
What
tape.
is this other bit of tape?
I know what was sent over here.
You're in a part of an association to promote some kind of highway,
The
what is it?
Sing-Along Society of North America.
Right.
And what I was going to do with my stunt coordinator, Fuji, the Sing-Along Society of North America believes that if I can promote singing along, it will end highway profanity, because you can't sing a swear word.
You sing in your car?
Absolutely.
I see.
So I was going to go on a 5-day, 5,000-mile trip, and Fuji prepared this bus, state-of-the-art inside.
1,000 miles a day.
And on top, we had chaise lounges and patio furniture and an exercise bike and a barbecue and an upright piano. And I was going to sing while traveling, and there was a slight problem. I don't want to show this
Let's take a look at the
because
video.
I'm redoing it
Al,
now.
go ahead and roll it. Let's see Super Dave here on his 5-day journey around America.
Great. Why'd you follow me to the county line?
Okay.
You'll get to see what it's like to sing along.
Sure.
Okay, Food, start the bus. And put on my favorite song. You know what? He even has the lyrics here for me. He doesn't forget anything. Have a great week. See you next week.
Trailer for sale. Rooms to let 50 cents. No phone, no food, no pets. I ain't got no cigarettes. 2 hours of pushing broom buys a 8 by 12 4-bedroom. I'm a man of means by no means, king of the road. 3rd boxcar, midnight train.
Remember, if you're going on a vacation, put a couch on your car. Give this a try. It's sensational fun.
I don't pay no union dues. I smoke old stogies I have found. Short, but not too big. Man of means by no means, king of the road.
Were you all right? Were you injured in that? It's Super Dave Osborne, ladies and gentlemen, a national treasure. Category, and then, get ready, kids, set those VCRs. It'll be time to play some chess. Tonight's category on the top 10 list, top 10 ways to cheer up Abu Nidal. Ask for it by name. 52-year-old terrorist Abu Nidal, under the weather in Libya.
He's incarcerated?
In fact, they think he's dying. He's that far under the weather. Friends of the Nidal family in the audience tonight. Top 10 ways now to cheer up Abu Nidal.
These would be ways to cheer him up.
Number 10, have his hijackings count towards frequent flyer mileage. Sure, why not? Number 9, keep your chin up letter from Charles Manson. Number 8, blooper reel from the Ayatollah's funeral. Good idea. Number 7, a novelty Uzi with flag that pops out and says bang. Number 6, tell him chicken soup was canceled. Number 5, give him Snoopy's everybody's favorite cartoon beagle molded from plastic explosive. Number 4, have Yasser Arafat let Nidal win at Crazy Eights. Number 3, shorter fuses. Number 2, let him make crank phone call to B'nai B'rith Telethon. And the number 1 way to cheer up Abu Nidal, tell him hell just got cable. There you go. Abu Nidal. Hey, look, kids, it's time for TV chess. All right, it began in New York, then it went to some of these cities over there. I can never remember the order. I think Paris, Moscow, Belgrade, and now we're in London. We're playing chess with Gary Kasparov. I'm Dave, I'm the black, he's the white, and we may be very close to a finish here. Here we go. Gary Kasparov in London. Hello, Gary, how are you?
I'm fine, I'm in a restaurant now.
You're in a restaurant?
Yes.
Well, what did you have for dinner?
I've just finished with my roast duck.
You had your roast duck?
Yes.
And are you paying for the meal?
Yes, absolutely.
And are you on some kind of a...
I always pay for my meal and for my friends as well.
Good policy. Are you on a date? Do you have friends there? What are you doing?
We're talking about everything, about politics, for example.
Politics. Now, when you go back to the table...
To the table?
Yeah, work...
chess politics.
No, when you go back to the table...
Yeah, I understand, but now we're talking about chess politics.
Work my name into the conversation.
Your name?
My name.
No. They don't know you.
Well, that... Yeah, but see, that's the point. I want to make new international friends.
New international plan. Okay, you have to go to Europe once.
So when you get back to the table, say, gee, guess who I was just on the phone with? Dave Letterman.
Oh, I'm afraid they'll be surprised, David.
Huh?
I'm afraid they'll be surprised.
Here we go. Let's play some chess. Go ahead, Gary.
Okay, I will go to the center with my queen. Queen to king 5.
There we go, right there. Okay, you're doing what, sir? What?
Yep.
Huh? Okay. And then I'm going to move this bishop here. I'm moving in back 1.
Back 1?
Yeah, I don't know.
I want to make you very happy now. I want to give you back my queen.
Okay, so I'm moving it back there.
My queen takes your knight.
Wait a minute. What's the matter with this guy? He's playing without me. All right.
You're a good friend, okay?
All right, so
it's a good gift, Christmas gift.
All right, we're playing another move. Your queen is taking my knight.
Takes your knight.
Okay. Okay, there we go. And now it's my turn.
Yes, your turn.
Okay, now I'm going to take your queen.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, but be careful. David, I think that a very unpleasant surprise will wait for you tomorrow.
Yeah, I know. I think I'm going to get screwed here.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, but I have the Queen.
Yeah, you have the Queen.
All right, Gary, we'll talk with you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye.
All right. I think perhaps the borscht has fermented. We'll be right back to say that our next guest changed the way the game of tennis is played. Please welcome back to the show a great competitor and a great champion, Jimmy Connors. Jimmy, all right. Every time I see you, which is every 2 or 3 years or so, I'm reminded of the first time I met you, and you never remember it. Why should you remember it?
Absolutely remember it.
And tonight, I saw out in the hallway with you, Elina Stasi.
Oh, indeed.
Yeah, I'm at the same place, 1974, the clay courts in Indianapolis.
That was a few years ago.
Long time ago. And things have, now, you're moving to Connecticut, too.
Well, thinking about it,
Yeah.
we have just rented a home in Connecticut. We have to get our kids in school here and get organized.
How many kids do you have? I know you had the one, a baby, a long time ago.
10 years ago.
10 years ago. That's amazing, isn't it?
That is amazing how time goes. But we have 2 children, one boy, Brett, who is 10, and a little girl, Aubrey, who is almost 5.
And you're moving from where to Connecticut?
Well, that's a good question. I've been still living out of a suitcase, but we've been spending some time in near Santa Barbara. And now leaving there and coming here. So
okay. Well, Santa Barbara is a pretty nice place to live.
Yeah, we can't complain, but it's a little bit difficult to get to with all the traveling that I'm doing, and it's tough for me to leave my family and to still travel around as much. But as far as getting back to Connecticut, it'd be a little more convenient for me to travel in and out of, to get to Europe, and also see my family a little more, which would be great.
Well, you know, I live in Connecticut.
We're going to be neighbors.
Yeah. Come on over.
Yes.
Everyone does.
Yes, I know.
Now, you know, seeing you and
yes, I know that.
in the Stasi out in the hallway there, you guys, at one point, there was no bigger trouble in tennis than you and the Stasi.
Oh, thanks for reminding me of that. That's great. We had an awful good time.
Yeah.
We really did, and we have been friends since I was 15 years old, and we've continued to be friends over these years, and the trouble has since passed, and we've calmed down a little bit, but
but you were like, he was the first goofball in tennis, the first real solid goofball.
Well, that's one way to put it.
and you were kind of like the first sort of
student.
Yeah.
I learned a lot from Nasty, good and bad.
Yeah.
I was very impressionable when I was 15 years old, and a lot of his activities rubbed off on me. And when he stopped him, I continued him on, which I don't know if that was good or bad or not. But since then, there's been somebody now to take my place a little bit, and I've gotten...
Somebody's taken his place and on and on and
That's
on.
right.
Now, when you see these guys behaving kind of maybe poorly by tennis etiquette standards, does that trouble you, or do you think, yeah, get in there and knock them out of the chair?
Well, what is tennis etiquette standards? I feel that when open tennis came in and when money came in the game, it was as long as you didn't really overstep a boundary, that an invisible boundary, that you went out and played and you enjoyed yourself, you argued a little bit, you complained a little bit, but you still tried to give them good tennis.
Yeah.
And that's, in essence, what I tried to do, and which in turn brought color into the game, which brought a little more excitement into the game, which packed the stadiums.
Brought some more money into the game? Yeah.
And brought some more money into the game.
Where are you from originally?
I'm from Illinois originally.
And what part of Illinois?
That's
Belleville.
right, Belleville,
Yeah.
Illinois. That's
Yeah.
right.
And
Thank you.
what kind of a childhood did you have? Were you just playing tennis from as far back as you can remember?
I started when I was very young. My mother and grandmother taught me how to play, but I had a normal childhood. I grew up, and we had to play baseball and football and basketball. I had a horse or two when I was growing up. And
Did you ever think about another sport to maybe devote all your attention to?
well, unfortunately, or fortunately for me, I played tennis because I was able to have that from my mother and within my family. It would have been a little bit difficult to go into play another sport as far as golf, or I was never big enough to play basketball or football or whatever, but and it was a different time. It was 35 years ago, and it was a different way of living for me then.
Yeah. Do you agree with the assessment? And this is probably the wrong question to be asking of you, but others could comment on it, but I'll ask you anyway. Okay. Do you think you made a significant change in the way tennis is played? Were you responsible for a change that you can look at and say, yeah, this is because of me?
Well, I hope that I would not need to answer that at any time, but since you asked me the question...
Yeah. You need to answer it now,
I guess
Jimmy.
I need to answer the question now. I feel that when I came into the game, that a path had been laid for me by the generation before. I appreciated that, and it gave me an opportunity to continue blazing that trail, for a better lack of a phrase. But it gave me a chance to go out and to work my game and work my attitude and bring that into a new game now, with money and with a little bit maybe more excitement. So if I did have an opportunity to do something like that and to leave my mark on tennis, then that's great.
Were you seriously considering or being considered as the host of Wheel of Fortune?
Well, last time I was on, I guess I can answer that. Last time I was on here, you asked me, I had to leave the court, if you remember.
Right. Yeah, you
So,
had stomach problems. Yeah, right.
So I guess I can. I went in and I enjoyed testing for it. It was fun.
You know Merv Griffin? You've played tennis with Merv Griffin?
I do.
Friend of yours?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he invited me down to audition for it, and which I did, and I had a good time. Probably the best thing that happened was that I didn't get the job.
Yeah.
That was the best. So it enabled me to continue playing tennis.
Who's doing it now? For a while it was the place kicker from San Diego,
Ralph Bernurska.
Yeah, and then he's not on the show now, or is he on the show?
Somebody else is on the show now.
Yeah. And
during the daytime.
Yeah. Do we know what his name is?
No, I don't. No. I don't. But
and Vanna is still there?
Why are you asking me all these questions?
I don't know. Come to think of it, I just don't know, Jimmy. So now do you have some time off? You're finished up for a while, or is it just keep on going?
I'm just, I'm actually, I appreciate the invitation to come on the show, but I'm here just passing through, doing a little Christmas shopping, and I may go down to the Garden and watch a little bit of the Masters, but I've been just trying to get organized to come back and to get involved in Connecticut and get in a house.
Great, we'll look forward to seeing you up there. And when you move in there, come on down anytime.
Well, I appreciate the invitation, but I will call first.
All right, and give my best to Mr. Nastasiou. How are you?
Well, I'm a little cold,
Are you a bit chilly?
A bit chilly.
Well, we'll take care of that. They used to say. Congratulations on this thing. You're on the cover, and also there's quite a lot of photos of you in there. Well, how did this begin? And did you start probably started as a model yourself?
Yeah, I modeled for a couple years, but the reason I did this was because I always wanted to be on your show, and I figured that this would be the way to get me
our
here.
attention. Boy, oh boy, did it. But had you, as an actress, or as a model, had you ever done, nude modeling before?
No.
Yeah.
No, I didn't even do bathing suits or lingerie, nothing like that.
Were you scared?
No, I was too thin.
I see. But I mean, when you did this, did it frighten you?
When I did this?
Yeah.
No, I wasn't scared. You know, I grew up a little bit, filled out a little bit, and something I wanted to do.
And what is it like? Where did this thing take place?
Well, I could do it anywhere I wanted to, and I chose L.A. because I didn't want to travel.
Right. You live in Los Angeles.
I live in L.A., yeah. And there was this great Italian villa that had these 4 walls and this beautiful pool in the middle. So we just were there all day shooting. Just wherever the sun would go, we'd follow it.
Yeah. And is it a lot of people? Is it just you and a photographer?
No, it was me, the photographer, 2 assistants, and all these are guys. The hair and makeup. The hairdresser was a lady.
Oh.
So it was me and a lot of guys.
And are you the only one naked?
Yeah, for a while it was that way, and then it got really hot, and
Yeah. Well, I'll get off this in a second because I know I'm being silly about it, but oh man. Now, have your folks seen this? Your family seen the photos?
yeah,
Excuse me. Do you know her? Oh God. Was she there that day?
No, she wasn't there.
Man alive.
The other one was there, though.
What does your family think of her? Man, now this is not you.
That's not me. No, that's not me. Unfortunately.
But your family they're
My
okay?
family is in shock.
They are in shock?
In complete shock.
Well, they must have known about it ahead of time, right?
They did.
Yeah.
I warned them, but I got silence out of them over Thanksgiving.
Yeah, well, you're their little girl. You're their daughter.
I guess
you're
they'll
their...
always see me that way.
Well, I would think so, sure.
The last time they saw me was as their little daughter.
Yeah,
And now they
yeah.
see me like that.
Ooh. No, but you know, they're lovely pictures, and you know, I'm not trying to be stupid about this, although I guess I am being stupid, but they're really, no, I know, but they're nice, they're very nice pictures. Well, now, what did you do before you started modeling?
Before I started modeling, I was in school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then I went to Paris and kind of gotten, you know, started over there, learned.
Now, you just say that. You go to Paris and you started over there. Now, what does that mean?
Yeah, well, you kind of go and you get your book put together, pictures, and, you know, you grow up really fast over there. There's a lot of things that happen there that don't happen here.
Meaning good things?
No, meaning bad things.
Like what?
Where you go with one thing in mind, you're very young and naive, and all of a sudden you see that other people have other things in mind.
But that's true of the world generally, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, but most girls who are models at a young age start over there, so you learn it over there, so you associate it with European.
Have you ever had any other kind of job besides modeling or acting or going to school?
Yeah, well, when I was a model, I had a restaurant, and I was the chef.
Really?
And
So you know how to cook and stuff then?
Yeah, I studied in France.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like restaurant
Restaurant
cooking. Is what I
cooking.
mean.
Yeah.
And what kind of place was it?
It was a Nouvelle Mexican place.
And where was this?
In Hunter, New York.
Oh, just up the road a bit.
Just up the road, yeah.
Good for you. Let's see, now with this movie, we got a movie coming out here. It's Dewey. Yeah, her next film is a Bird on a Wire. When is that coming out?
Comes out in June.
Yeah, is
it's
it
a little far away. It's an action comedy romantic adventure with Goldie Hawn and Mel Gibson.
Well, it must be good then. It was a pleasure to meet you. Have a great holiday.
Very nice to meet
Joan
you.
Severn, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back in. To you. I hope everything turns out great for you, and have a good holiday.